Okay, so tonight guys, I will be going to our party and I'm going to do my New Year's makeup. So before we started, I already cleaned my face, moisturizer, and so you can see it's really cleaned. So my first product that I'm going to use is the NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. So it's really good for like oily skin, and because I'm going out tonight, I want to make sure that my foundation stays really well. So I'm just gonna focus on my T-zone. That's where I normally put my primer. So just let that dry. And then for my foundation tonight, I will going to use the one from NARS as well, which is the Sheer Glow foundation in shade Barcelona. And then I will use one of the Kuo brush, so I got this as a set. I will use that to apply my foundation. As you can see, I'm just going to start build up with this foundation, as I like to have a medium coverage. This foundation is also really good if you have a drier skin, because it does give you that nice glow but not too much. I used to always mix foundation together. It's just because my skin tone is really hard to achieve the color of foundation until I found this one, and I was like, I'm hooked. Like, it's really good. I find it sometimes it can be full coverage. It depends on how much you put, but I guess it's definitely like a medium coverage for me. Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure that the coverage is even here, and I don't need to go over onto my neck because I feel like that should be enough. Okay, just to add extra smooth finish, I'm gonna use my beauty blender. This is damp, so I'm just gonna press in that foundation into my skin. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good coverage of foundation. I'm really happy. So the next step that we are going to do is applying the concealer. So now I'm using two concealers right here. The first one is Line Smoothing Concealer from Clinique, and it's shade medium beige, number 8. And then the other one that I'm gonna use is also from NARS. It's the Creamy Radiant Concealer in Custard. I really like the shade of this one. Like, the undertone is a lot more kind of, there's more yellow tone, so I really like to apply this first. And then using my beauty blender again, I'm just gonna blend that. And so that's it for the first layer of concealer. Later on, I'm going to top it off with my NARS concealer. I'm not going to set it with any powder. I'm just gonna leave it like that. The next step that I'm going to do is our brow. So for my brow, I'm going to use the Anastasia in dark brown. So this is their deep brow pomade. And I don't want to use too much product in there as well, because this brow is so pigmented that you don't want to use too much. So there, as you can see, there was too much product. I'm just gonna brush it. Just in case this happened that you have too much product on the brow, just get like a clean like spoolie or like brush and just brush that excess, and you should be good to go. Okay, so I'm just gonna shape this closely. And so just so you know, I don't add any product on my brush when I try to shape my brow in the front, because I wanted this light shadow in there. I don't want to be all the way too dark from the front and to the end, so I just want light to dark, so it's like an ombre effect. Just keep very light stroke as well. So I guess this video, guys, is like more like a universal tonight, so I'm basically showing you everything what I'm doing on this look, but I guess later I could also like make just like a brow tutorial, or like how do I do my contour. So for tonight I'm just gonna do this as New Year's Eve look because yeah, I'm going out. Okay, so our eyebrows is done. I think we are satisfied with how the eyebrows look. Our next step will going to be our eyeshadow. So for the eyeshadow, I'm going to use first is the eye primer. I'm using the one from MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in shade Painterly. So I'm just gonna use my finger to apply this one. I'm just gonna spread it into my eyelid. I normally just use a tiny bit of this because I don't think you need too much. Make sure all of it is even into the skin. After my eye primer, I'm just going to set it with like a face powder. I normally just use this a lot of the times when I set my eye primer. So this one is from Makeup Forever. As you can see, I really love this product. I'm also gonna use this brush from Murphy. It's M504. So this is my brush just for applying powder. The first shade that I am going to use as my transition is the one, it's actually the single eyeshadow from MAC. I really love this color. I guess everybody knows this one. It's the soft brown. I'm gonna use that as my transition. Don't forget to always do this because that's just make magic. Okay, I'm just gonna put that into my upper not so crease. It's a little, there's a little bit in there, but it's not as obvious, but I guess it's good enough. Okay, so as you can see, I'm building up the color. Okay. So for tonight, I'm gonna go with just like a really nice orangey tone eyeshadow and with lots of shimmer. Okay, so I'm starting to like that transition now. Sometimes my trick as well, I'm just gonna grab like a really clean brush. So this one is from NARS. It's the number 42 eyeshadow blending. So this one is just clean. I'm just gonna go over really quick just to make sure everything is soft and well blended. So we're done with this, the first color, which is the transition, and I'm gonna go ahead with this color. This one is from NARS again. Color is Gayaka and it's really good. I'm gonna just go over a little bit lower on my crease and go ahead in there. And just kind of bring it up a little bit. And I'm gonna go take my NYX brush and blend it. This one is really pretty. There, and then I'm gonna go ahead on the other side. Same thing. Fingers to blend their makeup, even the foundation. So I guess it's really all about the warmth. Okay. But they're really beautiful, so I'm just gonna use probably like 3 color. I'm trying to see if I should bring this color a little more down or like all over my lid or not. We'll see. And I like to bring it out a little bit here because I want that kind of elongated look. More bigger eyes, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply a 3rd color into my eyelid. I'm going to use this one from the palette, from the Wanted palette. This is also a NARS palette. So I'm gonna use this. I'm just gonna use my finger to apply this. This palette is so beautiful. Oh my god, you can see that? It's like heaven. It's like, So you can see right there, it's beautiful. And then I'll do the same, the other eye. Lightly, kind of spread the color in there. Oof, so good. And then the final color that I am going to use is this one. The shade is Mendoza. I'm just gonna use my hand again to just apply that right in the middle of this because we want that shimmer. Love it. So I'm gonna really bring this shimmery into the next level. So yes guys, we are done with our eyeshadow. So I guess our next step will be our eyeliner. So for the eyeliner tonight, I'm gonna be using the one from Clinique. It is the Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen in black. So I'm just gonna go and try to put my eye. So I'm just gonna make a wing tonight. There you go. The next eyes. Okay, that is done. I'm also going to use falsies tonight, so it doesn't really matter because I'm still going to touch it up later. Now the next thing that I'm going to apply is our highlighter. Tonight I'm gonna be using the one from Estee Lauder. It is the Bronze Goddess. I'm just gonna do my brow bone. Just right in there. You don't want to go all the way in, so just onto the tail. Because you want to highlight, right? You don't want to. Okay, and then I'm also using it right here. But I'm gonna retouch that later, just for now. Okay. So as I have said earlier, I'm going to layer my concealer. So I'm gonna use my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in Custard. And I'm going to take my beauty blender to blend that. So this color is a little lighter than the first one, which is I Love, because it just makes more sense, I guess. Like it does really highlight my under eye and my cheeks, so I'm just gonna add that a little more right there. So my nose here and here and a little bit here, so I'm just gonna blend that. Yes, so after that concealer that we put on, we are going to go ahead with, just to set it with a little powder. I don't like putting a lot of powder into my face because I feel like, you know, I don't really like a really matte finish unless I'm really oily. This time of the year, it's winter. I'm not really oily. I tend to have a dry skin. So I'm just gonna use my Makeup Forever Pro Finish. I'm just gonna lightly get a little bit of powder in there and just go around or under my eye, and then right here, I guess. So I don't powder my face, like all over my face. I'm just trying to cover that concealer that I put, just to set it around my nose and a little bit on my forehead and right here. Oh, and I forgot this one. Forgot to blend that. More likely into my nose area. Alright, so now that the powder is been applied, I'm going back to my highlighter. I'd like to bring it a little bit halfway so that it doesn't just stop right there, I guess. I don't know, I just kind of like do stuff that I think it's good. You guys can do anything you think is good for you as well. So there's no rule in makeup actually. I will go over with my under eye eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna go with the first matte color, the soft brown, to the second color, which is the NARS Guayacel. I'm just really going to apply that closer to my waterline. I will add just a tiny bit of Mendoza into the middle, just right here. Now before we finish on my eyes, I'm gonna just try to do my contour now. So for my contouring, I'm gonna be using one from MAC blotting powder that they have. This shade is Deep Dark. I'm just gonna go right into my cheekbone right there. So I'm gonna do this a little, put a little bit of contour there. But tonight, because it's darker and it's nighttime, so I'm just gonna put a little extra. And is it even? Okay, and then don't forget my forehead. I really like to be darker in there because I have a pretty wide forehead. Okay, and then run over into my nose, and that's it. Our contour is finished, and we are going to our blush. So for blush tonight, I'm going to use the one from MAC. It is the shade Warm Soul. And you'll be using the one and only, my favorite blush of all time. Brush. This one is from NARS. It's the Yakio brush, and it's really light. It's the best, guys. You can use it as a highlighter, powder, contouring, blush, but you know, I just like to use this as my blush powder. My brush tonight. The blush brush tonight. What the heck? Blush brush tonight. Okay, that's good. There. So you can see this brush is so good. And the blush. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I give myself a hard time? Yes, and of course, the night is not going to be complete without our highlighter. So I'm gonna go back with the same highlighter as I use on my brow bone and my tear duct. Do it in, just put it right there. That is a bomb. That is a highlighter, guys. Showing into my skin. It's more on a, it's like a golden kind of highlighter. And then I'm just gonna do that here. Gonna do that here a little, not too much. Now we'll use my finger to just run it into my nose. Just blend that. I finished with my eye. I'm just gonna go ahead with the lashes. For now, I'm just going to do that off cam. I'll be back, guys. I am back with the lashes, guys. That's pretty much it. I'm just gonna apply my lipstick color now, and I decided to go with a really nice bright kind of orangey tone, and I will be using the one from NARS again. This one is Light My Fire. Just so you know, guys, this video is not sponsored by NARS. I just really love the product, and this specific line of lipstick, they last so long that I don't need to retouch. So I'm just gonna apply this lipstick quickly. There you go, guys. I finished applying my lipstick, and this is how it looks. I hope you guys enjoy and like this video, and I really like how the makeup turns out. So if you really like to watch me or to learn more about makeup, and if you like to see me in my next video, you can comment down below. I really enjoy this makeup look that I did tonight, and I hope you guys did. I think that's it from me tonight. I hope you guys have an amazing holiday, and I'll see you again on my next video. Bye, guys! Mwah.